Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey everybody, this is Katie.
And this is Lonnie.
Ooh, she's creepy.
I'm a scary squeaky. That didn't work. I both sound scary. I'll sound ridiculous.
You're listening to Two Artsy Gals.
Woo!
My dog is just looking at us like we're fucking retarded. He's like, really, you guys?
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Totes. Hey guys, you're listening to Two Artsy Gals, and we're being very silly right now, but
yes.
We were trying to be spooky.
Yeah.
Because this is our second installment of our month-long Halloween-themed extravaganza. I don't know. We're talking about fucking Halloween because we love it. And today we're going to be talking about awesome spooky lighting and stuff and ways to like make your house look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
For the season. Lighting's kind of a theme recently because we just talked about wiring LED lights a couple weeks ago. And then I feel like we did something else with lighting not too awfully long ago. Did we? I think we talked about... No, maybe we changed that because we were... I don't fucking know. Never mind.
Maybe it was the...
It was something. We were talking about something in the summer.
Rain fart. We were talking about making paper lamps.
Yeah.
Paper bags and stuff.
That kind of stuff. We talked about lighting up your awesome yard shit in the summer.
Yeah.
But this is specifically Halloween decor.
Yes.
As you can tell, Lonnie and I are huge fans of lighting. And
I
cool
love it.
lights and fancy sparkly things that shimmer and shine. I think the reason that we wanted to dedicate an episode specifically to lighting for our Halloween stuff is because, dude, you can set a mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, lighting can make shit spooky.
Yeah. Our house would be really cool, like, uplit with some spooky colors.
Right?
Yeah.
I was just talking to Lonnie about how excited I am that, like, this time of the year you can get...
Spooky dogs.
The tree is blowing in the wind. That's what he's barking at.
Tay in the wind. Tay in the wind.
Oh my god, are you knelling at me? That was the best thing. So I was going to cut out the dog bark, but because you did the knell thing, and now I'm going to leave it in there because, hello, how awesome was that?
Tay in the wind. Okay.
Oh my god. Now I'm going to have to watch that movie. You're crazy. You totally made me forget what I was even going to say.
Shit. Sorry.
Oh, I was really excited because this is the time of year you can get purple lights on a string, purple and orange lights.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do up the tree when it loses all of its leaves in our front yard with purple and orange or just purple.
Yeah, purple is so
just
pretty.
Just purple year round because purple's my favorite color. Purple and red and orange actually are my three favorite colors.
Perfect. So Halloween is perfect.
I don't know if you guys remember seeing my Christmas tree episode from last year, but my Christmas tree is in purple and red, so...
Rad.
I have some colors I like. All right? Jeez. So yeah, we have a Pinterest board for this episode that is full of epically awesome things. And we are recording this in September still. So what we're going to do is, our plan is, we're going to talk about some examples that we're going to work on at home as we decorate our homes for Halloween. Sadly, I don't do as much decorating as I used to, mostly because my kid's 20. So it's kind of lost on him now. But also, we never have trick-or-treaters at our house.
We don't either. And I decorate anyway.
I think that a lot of neighborhoods like do parties and have like safe trick-or-treating things. But our street is so weird. Like, it's kind of technically an alley. It's not a street. It doesn't look like an alley. I mean, it's not creepy, but it's like a quarter of a block long. Yeah. And there's apartments and our duplex, and then one house at the end of the street. And then the rest of it's like nothing or business. There's the little mini strip mall thing across the street, but it's closed at night. So it's just this dark, weird street. And to walk to our house from the street, we have this really super steep driveway. And then it's kind of off to the side in this little dark area, which I think would be awesome in that you could make it spooky pretty easily for Halloween.
You could. Oh,
you're
you're
spooky up my porch this year. Just
the entrance, you could make that whole thing like a little haunted house to walk through or whatever.
But nobody ever comes down our street because there's also not street parking, and like, why are you going to go down there for one fucking house? So
yeah,
But I am going to do some. I'm going to do some examples, and Lonnie is going to do some examples, and we're going to talk about the examples that we're going to do and post on the Pinterest and on our blog, and we're also just going to talk about cool shit that we found that we think is an awesome idea. Mm-hmm. So. First of all, I want to talk about these kitty cat lights.
They're so freaking cute.
This was a very clever idea. I don't know who to credit it to because whatever.
Maybe it's in there somewhere in the
somebody
pin.
cut out little black kitty head silhouettes and then poked 2 holes in them, and then you space them out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter how you space them out. You poke like the lights from your string of lights through the eye holes, and they look like little kitties with lit up eyes. And this one they used orange, but I'm thinking like green.
Yes.
Because kitty cats have green eyes.
Yeah.
And you could find the limey, crazy green.
Yeah, I was wondering if they had like the oozy green, like radioactive.
Like alien color. Yeah. These are so fucking cute. Actually, I immediately thought of my niece and your daughter.
Yeah.
When I saw these.
So are you going to make those?
I think I might.
I want to make them too. We can both make them.
Dude, we can totes
Let's make those.
I definitely want to do those. I think it would be cute. I almost feel like maybe I want to make some, like get a little strand of lights and make them for my niece and mail them to her so she can hang them in her bedroom window.
That's sweet.
Because I think she would love that. Because she's really into kitty cats right now. Aww. She has her cat, Kitty Meow Meow. And she fucking loves Kitty Meow Meow. So.
Yeah. That'd be a cute room decoration for always.
It would.
You know?
I know. See, and this is funny. Somebody posted a meme the other day on Facebook, and they were like, Halloween. I think I reposted it. The only time of year that I can find everyday household decorations.
Yes.
Because, come on.
And they just keep getting cooler every
year. They do. Last year, my mom got me dish towels that they have skulls on them.
Yay.
They're awesome.
Yeah. And now they're doing the bell jars with the raven inside and stuff.
I didn't see that.
Oh my gosh. I saw them at Fred Meyer.
Dude, they're mainstream at Fred Meyer. Seriously.
Michael's. Yeah, and it's like a bell jar with the raven in it and other like books and things, and then like maybe it lights up.
I did see that.
They're really cool. A little expensive.
We'll see. That's why we're talking about how we can do this shit ourselves today.
I need more surfaces in my home to put decorations on.
Yeah. You need shelves.
I need shelves
Bookshelves
to decorate.
They give you stuff to decorate. Look at this other. Now, I can't do this in my house because they kind of masks freak me out. Like the masks with nothing on them. But, guys.
So easy.
Seriously, and this is something they can hang outside. All they're using are LED tea light candles, which your dollar store will have plenty of them.
Yes.
I think a couple years ago, I crocheted some Christmas tree ornaments, and I used those inside of them. I think I got a tube of 4 for $1. It's a dollar store.
Rad.
So, really?
Dude, I was excited about that.
He was dreaming, and he just woke himself up barking. And now he's sitting over there with his mouth open like, what? Look at him. My dog's so weird. I'm so sorry he's been such a big part of our podcasts lately. I just want him to be quiet.
But yeah, the masks are cheap too. They're
so
just
they like
simple masks.
Yeah, they're just like, like which one, guys? Was it Michael Myers in Halloween that had just the white mask? Okay, it's not a Michael Myers mask, but it's kind of like that. They're just those masks that you buy. They're blanks. They're plastic. They have the elastic on the back of them. You can buy them at the craft store. I think they're made to paint on.
Yeah.
They're a little mime-esque.
Yeah.
I don't like mimes
either. They're a little creepy.
They're creepy, but that's the whole point of Halloween. So you have these white masks, and then they just it looks like because the light's brighter at the chin, they probably set it on the chin ledge.
Yeah, you set it in the chin.
Just set the light in the chin ledge, and then they're like a backlit, and they're hanging on this dark wall. Creepy fucking shit, yo.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I think I might put some of those actually on my front porch.
Yeah.
Just 'cause.
Yeah.
It's Halloween.
Yes.
And our porch should be spooky. They're pretty awesome.
They are.
You know, I thought about talking about pumpkins and carving jack-o'-lanterns and stuff for this, but I think we spoke about it last year, and
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of, like, you can just do a search, cool jack-o'-lantern carvings or whatever. There's a lot of information out there on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously, jack-o'-lanterns are going to be part of your ambiance.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
we'll just say that.
I thought the crystal ball was pretty funny. They just took an old candy dish and a light fixture cover, like the bulb or the round light fixture cover.
Yeah.
And she made the little gold leaves to put around it and stuck a light in there, and it's so cool. Pretty simply put together.
You can find those little, what are those called? The little globes?
Yeah.
That screw onto lights. You can find those at fucking good. They always have them at thrift stores.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah. It's just a plain. And then they have in this one they have a skeleton propped up like he's using the crystal ball. Pretty cool and pretty simple.
Super easy.
Yeah, amazing.
And you could even, like, if you have an old fish bowl laying around or anything like that, you know, you could always use that kind of stuff too. But this is frosted glass, so
yeah,
you can buy the shit that like makes stuff frosted, the spray on thing, and use that. Lonnie, do you want to talk about one of your examples that you're going to do?
Yeah, and I need to find a pin for it. I didn't yet, but it's just a basket that was darkly colored. I don't know if they painted it or if it was just a dark wood woven basket, kind of the wooden basket where there's going to be spaces in between the slats. And they put a wad of orange lights in there, and then they stuck a fan on top of that, and then put some silky fabric cut into the shape of flames, so it looks like this smoldering burning basket. It's really cool looking.
And it's a way cheaper way to do, because like they sell, I was saying they sell those cauldrons that you can buy, but they're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the money to invest in that kind of, in a decoration that realistically is going to be used once a year.
Right. Yeah, and I happen to have a battery operated fan that I got for camping that I'm going to try and use in it. But
so you're just setting so you have your big round basket, you're coiling the lights inside so that the orange is shining through the weave of the basket, and then you're putting the battery operated fan inside of the basket so it can't be seen.
Right.
And then are you cutting
blowing up
flame shapes of the silky fabric?
Yeah.
And you just how do you attach it? Just attach it to the edges?
Yeah, probably hot glue or something.
Yeah. And you can buy like a cheap nylon white so that the light shines through or whatever color you want.
And I'm not sure. There's probably a way you could hide the fan in there, maybe by putting some meshy fabric over it or I don't know, or not. Well,
even like if you attach the fabric flames around the fan itself, so it was blowing them up, and then it would cover that up.
Yeah,
but
and
people,
the orange
you're not going to see
glow
it unless
from the
you're
lights
looking down inside
right,
of it.
And the orange glow from the lights in the basket kind of light up the silky flames in the orange color too.
That is rad.
Yeah, I can't wait to see I want to try it.
So Lonnie's going to do this.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
So she's going to do that, and she's going to post pictures.
Yes.
We'll have pictures of what she did on the website when we're done with all this. And one of the things that I want to try to make, I found these really cool mason jar luminaries. Now, in the tutorial that I saw, they were repurposing those little garden lights, the solar ones that you stake into the ground. I actually am not going to go buy those to do that. I don't have those. I have some that have been long since dead in my yard. They don't even work anymore. I'm just going to use those little battery operated tea lights that you can buy at the dollar store inside of there. But what they did, it just makes a really cool light pattern. And I think if you did this, you could flip it upside down and not have to look at the top of it.
Yeah, if you're using the
tea light. So you just use the mason jar, and they've taken those flat-sided little blobs of glass, like the little marbles. You use them, you get them in the craft store. You can put them in fish tanks, and they're made to go in like vases, clear vases to hold flower arrangements and stuff. You can get them in every different color, like imaginable. They're just like, the cool little glass blob.
Yeah. And
they've just covered the whole outside of the mason jar with these cool little glass blobs. You probably use glass glue. I have some glue that's made specifically for that. This to that, people. Remember,
Oh
that
yeah,
website.
this to that.
If you go this to that, it'll tell you what to use to glue glass to glass. And I have some of that. They've done, in this one, they've done them in clear, just plain old clear glass. But I'm thinking you could get some spooky colors, like some deep purple or some red. How cool would red ones look?
Yeah.
And then you just flip it over and you put your little tea light, your battery operated tea light in there, and it makes this really cool, creepy light pattern on the wall. I'm going to use red. That's what I'm going to do.
Nice. Yeah.
So I might even have some of those around here in red left over from our wedding, like my wedding years and years ago. I kept all that shit because we did all the decorating. But so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to post process pictures.
Cool.
And, son of a bitch, I forgot to turn off my phone. I hate it when that happens because everybody knows what a fucking dork I am. Okay, there. What's funny, this weekend was the season opener for Series 9, Doctor Who. And I was super fucking excited. But every time they were having like a marathon building up to it all day Saturday. So I watched Doctor Who all day Saturday. And every time a new one started, I thought that my phone was ringing. I'm like, what? Oh. Derp. I feel like a dummy. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So Lonnie will do the basket, and then I'm going to do the mason jar.
Okay.
Luminaries. I think there's a couple more things we wanted to try, but one thing that I wanted to point out, this is such a fucking simple idea, and it makes such an impact. I found this picture where someone had cut out the silhouette of witches over a cauldron, like stirring their brew. It's just a silhouette. And actually, it might even be paper in this one. It's cardstock, because it looks like it's on a mantle. But you could use plywood if you wanted to do this outside, is what I'd recommend. Plywood and spray paint it black. They just cut out the shape of the witches and then ran lights down behind it. Yeah. It actually looks like they might have them lights kind of like they've probably stapled them along the back side of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's backlit with this like glowing orange color. So it looks like they have a fire and they're stirring their pot. You could also just do like monsters, like a Frankenstein or a Dracula, and backlight that in whatever color and just prop it up somewhere in your yard. Like probably it would have the most impact if it was against the side of the house. So it had that to reflect the light. But it's easy. That is easy. That's shit that my grandpa used to do when we were kids. Like, my grandpa was really into Halloween and decorating the house for Halloween and stuff. And this is because he had a wood shop, and he did carpentry was like his jam. It was like his hobby.
Yeah.
He would do all kinds of shit like that.
That's cool.
Which is silhouettes and monsters and strands of light. Nice. He was always doing crazy crap like that.
I saw another funny one that I think I forgot to pin, where they used stockings and like a water balloon, but with a glow stick inside, and just put the water balloon in the stocking with the glowing stick, and it just looks like a weird oozy,
like a blob drop of.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's kind of funny. It was interesting.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like that. Here's another idea that's super easy. If you wanted to do it, if you save up your milk jugs, instead of recycling them, save them up, and then they just, it looks like with Sharpie or even cut out construction paper, but I'm thinking Sharpie or paint, they painted little ghost faces on the sides of all the milk jugs, and then they just cut a hole in the back, and they added just a strand of white lights, poked some lights inside of each one, and lined them up along their walkway against the side of the house, so that you have this walkway of little cute glowing ghosts.
Yes.
It's a little cutesy for my flavor, but it's cute, and it wouldn't scare children away from your house.
Yeah.
Because, if the fucking transferred the packing tape ghost.
I know. There's a packing tape ghost on there that looks really cool, but I bet it's quite difficult.
It looks pretty involved, but these people made, they made a ghost out of packing tape. I don't actually...
They did it over a form, and so they did the tape inside out first, so sticky side out, covered the form, and then did a layer over it, right side out, or
And how many rolls of packing tape did you say it took?
They said it was like 3.
That's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
And
but
then you have to you cut a slit up the back to get it off of your form, and then you can just tape it back shut.
And then they put just a strand of lights up inside of it.
Yeah, or I guess that's a little LED spotlight that you can get at the Halloween store to light it up.
And
it looks so
does
cool.
Look like it almost looks like an ice sculpture.
Yeah.
It's something that would creep me out, like walking down the street. If I saw that,
yeah,
totally creep me out.
Or the chicken wire ghosts. Those are freaky. I know that's not lit up, but
no, but still.
weird.
And there are quite a few examples of using chicken wire to make shapes, and then you just wrap the chicken wire in a strand of lights. And in the example that I actually got the idea from, it was for Christmas lights. You make Christmas balls in your yard. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
But you could do all kinds of shapes with that. It doesn't have to be the Christmas lights.
I can't imagine making a ball out of chicken wire, but...
Yeah, I think the logistics of making something perfectly round with chicken wire would be a little...
Wear gloves.
Wear gloves, people.
Yeah. It's
always wear your safety equipment.
Yeah, it's pokey stuff.
Pokey stuff for real. But it would be kind of neat to just make you could make a person shape thing with chicken wire or like a ghost shape and wrap it in lights.
Oh, I saw another thing that I should have pinned. Dang it. I think someone was using it as an idea for a Halloween decoration, but it was actually someone's photography where they had illuminated the skirt dress. Like there was another thing, the skirt that was lit up by lights. But in the photograph, there's a bunch of hands inside the skirt. So this person was like, oh, I could just do this with fake hands. Light up the dress, and then it looks like there's all these hands in there.
I see what you're saying.
Kind of creepy. It gives me the goosebumps a little bit. Yeah.
So again, I'm gonna tell everybody this year the dollar store is your fucking friend.
Yeah, they
for
do
Halloween
a lot
decorations.
of stuff.
You can find severed limbs every year, very reliably.
Yes.
I buy them for naked mail art. I paint them up and mail them to people, and it is so awesome to just send a severed leg or a severed hand in the mail. You just write the address on it and pop it in there, and I would think that was neat were I a mail carrier.
Yeah.
I would be like, this shit's cool.
Yeah.
But some mail carriers are a little grumpy about that kind of stuff. But Lonnie found a pin, and these are the exact severed hands that I got at the dollar store a few years ago. And all they've done is cut a little hole in them and then popped one of those battery-operated LED tea lights up inside of this hand. And they have them just laying on a table.
Yeah.
So these glowing severed hands.
You just have them all over the yard. Creepy.
Dude, you totally could. That would be so awesome.
I love this stuff. It's
I do
so
too.
Fun.
I get
I'm
really
dorking out.
Stupid and excited
or just
about
the cute little ghosts on the lights.
You just use gauze.
Yeah, gauze and some starch.
Yeah, starch or glue. And you use
Oh, and there's that the lights with the foam insulation on them.
So talk about that, because are you going to try that also?
I don't know. I might. But yeah, they took a wad of orange Halloween lights. Sorry.
Lights on a strand.
Yeah.
String of lights.
An
orange string of lights.
Yeah. And then they put some plastic over it. And then they just piled some foam insulation on top of that and then painted it. But so it looks like embers.
Like embers, yeah.
Yeah,
like a dying campfire.
Yeah.
Or a dying fire.
And then this one, they stuck a skeleton in it. They call that a hellhole, I guess.
That's hilarious.
Too funny.
That's what my great grandma used to call the room in our house, because we lived with her when we were little. And it was this room where she just put everything.
Yeah.
There was shit stacked to the ceiling in this room. She called it the hellhole.
The hellhole.
There was also, fun fact, the first time I ever got drunk, I drank probably a 50-year-old bottle of Old Crow that I found in there. There was much puking behind the woodshed.
Oh, yeah.
It was not great.
I
didn't drink the whole bottle.
Yeah.
But I drank, enough of it to make myself vomit profusely. Oh. It was horrid. There were lots of things in the hellhole.
That sounds pretty hellish.
But my brothers and I... Wah, wah. My brothers and I also used to go dig through there, and we used to go peek under her bed because she used to just buy toys all the time.
Nice.
That she would save for Christmases or birthdays. But if we accidentally found them, we were accidentally in your room looking under your bed. Oops. We didn't
Might
know
as well
that was
have
there.
it, I guess.
Then we'd ask her about them. She'd just give them to us.
Nice.
So we used to look through the hellhole all the time.
These are so simple. It's just a jar with stuffing in it and a spider glued to it, and then they put the tea light in the bottom.
Probably like the fake spider web stuff.
Maybe it is the fake spiderweb stuff.
Or batting.
Batting, yeah. Simple.
Yeah, they just put a fake plastic spider in there.
Yeah.
I'm not really down with the spider decorations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't mind spiders so much, but my husband's scared of spiders.
Oh.
But I don't like, man, they're huge right now.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere because it's spider season. And I don't like it when they're like near me enough that they're like threatening to be on my person. I don't enjoy that. Wait, so my mom and I went into my friend Sky's store the other day, and we're in her truck when I was down there. And in the doorwell, like on the inside, like right when you open the door, and so you can see inside that, like where the hinge and stuff is when your car door's open.
Yeah.
There was the biggest fucking spider I have ever seen in my life. Like it was bigger than my thumb, and I have fat thumbs.
Oh my god.
It was huge, and it had just these big old fucking legs sticking off of it, and I was like, Mom, it's still there. Like when I tried to pretend it wasn't there on the ride into Tillamook, but every time I like felt something against my leg, I would be like, doing a little slappy thing, and she's like, what? Like swerving, because I don't know why. So we pulled up, and I'm like, Mommy, you have to, I called her Mommy. I said, Mommy, get that now. I cannot get back in the car. And she didn't want it in the car either because so she knocked it down, and it went away. It was so unnerving though. Spiders do give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit because they crawl. Although, you know what gives me more heebie-jeebies? Speaking of scary bugs, you could probably make one of these and backlight it, and no one would want to come to your house. Have you ever seen a house centipede?
Yes. I hate those.
There was one in my house.
We had one in our house too, and when we lived on Barber.
And they run so fast.
They run so fast.
Right at you.
It was in our bathroom, and the counter's right across from the toilet, and I sat down, and it was staring at me.
No.
Like, right across from me, with its fucking 10 billion legs. I hate those things.
So if you guys are not familiar with what a house, like I have, like seriously, I have the goosebumps right now just talking about it.
They're beneficial.
They are beneficial, but I'm gonna say they look very otherworldly.
Yeah.
Like they are not from this planet.
Yeah.
Nothing that scary looking should be able to move that fast.
No.
They move so fast, and they run
Alien.
at you.
Yeah.
Picture the thing that came out of Sigourney Weaver's belly, but with a million legs.
Yeah. Try not to puke.
It's not okay. No, they're up. I quit a job once because I used to do cleaning for the preschool that my son went to on the weekends. It was just a little bit of extra money. Mm-hmm. It was a preschool, as most preschools, it was in a church basement. They had an infestation of these giant ass fucking house centipedes, and I quit. I was like, nope, I'm out. August got up on a table and refused to fucking come down.
Oh.
And he liked bugs.
That probably meant they had silverfish.
Yeah, I mean, they eat silverfish, they eat cockroaches, they eat spiders,
so they had something
eat,
else going on.
Ants. Like, they're good, and I've seen it. See, here's the thing. I saw one run through our living room one time about a year ago. And then about 3 months ago, I saw one run across our living room again from one side of the house to the other. And every time it's been when like the morning glory and stuff outside that comes from the neighbor's yard has like infiltrated our yard and is going up the side of our house. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're just coming in that way, because our house, we have a big basement. Mm-hmm. And the back end of our house is way higher than the front end. So they would actually have to climb up from below to get there. So I think that that's what it is. I don't know though. I went back to bed that day. I just went upstairs, and the dog and the cat ran with me, because when I shriek and fall on the floor trying to get away from them because I have bad balance, I don't know what it was. I jumped up onto the couch and then tried to jump from the couch, like over where I had seen it. Look, I use a cane, people, to keep from falling down when I'm walking. So I fell, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm on the floor where it is. So I rolled to the stairs and crawled up the stairs really fast. And I'm the dog and the cat are like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but we are out of here too. If she's acting like that. So there, the dog literally shoved me out of the way and the cat ran over me. And we all met in the bedroom and I said, we're just going to go under their covers and we're just going to have a nap. And hopefully when we wake up, we can just pretend that none of that ever happened and we'll go vacuum really well.
Yeah.
So, I haven't gotten over it yet,
No.
clearly.
They would make great Halloween decorations.
They would. This is the whole point in the Scary House Centipede story, is that you should have pictures of them. And you know what's even worse? I found a video because I was trying to show someone what they were. They pounce on their prey. They stand up and go, the stuff. I'm crying right now.
Oh, God.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
It's so
terrifying. And it's so funny because I'm not a girly girl about bugs usually. I'm usually the one that goes, oh, let's pick that up and put it outside. But
these are not
those guys.
No, these
but
are
the
not.
The thing is, they're too terrifying to even stomp on.
Yeah.
You can't kill them because
no,
if you miss it and it crawled up your
or just the sound of all those legs crunching.
Oh my god, can you imagine how stuck in your shoes? Oh my god, I'm all
We're gonna have to include a picture
I
on
am
the
gonna
blog.
have fucking nightmares about this goddamn thing because we were talking about it. I have yoga pants on right now, and I'm afraid something's gonna crawl up my bare leg.
Oh god.
Okay, so we're gonna put a picture of these on the blog. So
Are we gonna do that to everybody?
Yeah, well, they have to know now because we're freaking. They're not madly typing on their phones right now, going "House Centipede." What the fuck is this shit?
I wonder if they live everywhere.
Oh, they're pretty common, yeah. I think maybe in moister environments.
Yes, you'll find them a lot of times in the bathtub or the sink.
They and they like to be around where you have your water heater in your basement or boo. I don't like that. I'm so afraid to clean my garage right now because it's really messy.
Our garage has spiders.
Well, spiders I'm okay. As long as the spider's not on me or threatening to be on me, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, except for the one that crawled on my keyboard that one time. That motherfucker died. And the one that was on the other day, I was reading a book and I saw something move in my peripheral vision and I turned my head really slowly. There was a spider sitting on my shoulder it was God. What are you reading? And I was like, I don't know if it died or not. I just slapped. I hit myself in the face.
This has happened twice in my life where I go up to someone and I'm like, dude, you got a spider on your shoulder, let me get that for you. But before I can even say, let me get that for you, of course the person is fucking terrified of spiders.
No.
What? I have a spider on me! Ah! I've done that twice and now I'm like, okay, if I
you
ever
have to get the bug off first.
Yeah, it'd be like, there was a spider on you, it's gone now. Or don't even say, just be like, oh, you had a dandruff flake or something.
There was something on you.
Piece of something, yeah.
A piece of leaf.
Oh yeah, because I felt so bad. I was like, I
So
did not know.
my mom had her end of summer soiree last weekend. Was it last weekend or the weekend before last? As she was getting ready to do stuff, she's like, will you walk around behind there and pour more water in my fountain? Because she has this little fountain that circulates the water. You have to keep it full or the motor will burn up. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. She tricked me into walking back behind there because it was the fucking spider web gauntlet.
Oh God, we have that.
They were all over. I'm like, you. So I was swinging my cane around trying to get the fucking spider webs. I had spider webs and I came back out around. I'm like, look, you need to do a spider check immediately, stat, because I have big curly hair. Spiders hide up in that shit. I don't want things in my hair.
Yeah.
So I made her check me thoroughly.
Yeah.
Light up bugs. this is what you got to do. Clearly, Lonnie and I have now dedicated 10 full minutes talking about fucking gross bugs. So
Light them up.
Light them up, man. Not catch them on fire.
No.
But light them up with lights.
Yeah.
That's scary. That
Put
kind of
them in
shit
a jar.
creeps the fuck out of people.
Put them in a jar and light it up.
Yeah. Fucking bugs.
Ew.
Fucking house centipedes.
Seriously. Ugh.
I'm going to have the heebie-jeebies for the rest of the day. I wish we wouldn't have talked about that. Another thing that I would like to try, and it's not just for Halloween, and I don't know if I'll be able to find one.
They're pretty.
For the show, but light up gourds.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw these, we were in Mexico, and they were beautiful. They're in this one, we were in Puerto Vallarta, and they were down at this little CC Slaughters or something like that. It's right off the pier, and the whole inside of the place have these cool ass gourd lamps.
They're pretty.
They were really gorgeous. And so they didn't have them, they didn't buy them there. They'd actually gotten them in Oaxaca or something, which is really far away from there. So I would like to try this. There are a few tutorials. I don't know where I can find the gourds.
At the grocery store?
At the grocery store? They're just the gourds you buy at the grocery store?
Or farmer's market? Or
yeah.
Yeah, they probably couldn't get the huge ones, but I've seen the smaller ones here at different... Yeah,
so who knows what the fuck is the difference between a gourd and a squash?
Gourds are hard. That's all I know.
Can you eat a gourd, or are they strictly for ornamental purposes?
Decorative.
What are you like?
I don't know.
Weird.
I think they're just decorative because they're really hard.
Yeah, they're super hard.
Yeah, I don't
like they're drilling holes in them.
Yeah.
So
it's really cool.
I don't think that's a gourd. I found one. I don't think I pinned it. But when I was looking at those, I totally found one that looked like a butt plug.
A gourd?
Yeah, a gourd that looked like a butt plug. I'm like, is that a butt plug gourd? What is that? Sorry, people, to talk about butt plugs. It's all kinds of grossness today. But I want to try some gourd lamps.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Those kind of fall into the category as jack-o'-lanterns, but they're also something that you could just use year-round.
Mm-hmm.
But they're kind of seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I brought them up. And even if you don't want to invest money in lights, or you don't have an outdoor plug-in, or something like that, dude, Krylon makes a really great spray paint that's just glow.
Wow.
It's so you can just, it's not even colored. It's like a glowy top coat. So you can spray paint all kinds of shit with glow-in-the-dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that works just as well.
Yeah.
It's really neat. It's almost more eerie because it's like a more subtle and a little bit like you have to get closer and it's not as bright. So it just makes things a little bit more creepy. My dad, I think I told this story last year, but my dad, I tell it because it is fucking hilarious. I will never forget it. My dad got this creepy old man mask and he found this weird glow-in-the-dark putty in the Halloween decoration section.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not the decoration, like the costume.
Mm-hmm.
So he rolled this putty up and put it in the creases around the eyes and around the mouth of this mask. And then he just sat on the porch in like baggy clothes. And he had for a few days before, we stuffed his jeans and t-shirt and put that mask on it and set it on the porch. So everybody in town walked by and they saw this thing sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
It was their decoration. So that my dad put the same clothes on and put the mask on and sat on the porch and jumped out and scared people when they came out to trick or treat.
That's horrible.
But he did it to Brian Anderson, which was the best thing ever because I had this unrequited love for him when we were children. And I was a dorky little girl with glasses. And he was a cool kid that played sports. And cool kids that played sports did not hold hands with dorky little girls that had glasses. So it was always this like heartbreak. Like I thought he was so cute, but I admired him from afar.
Aww.
And he had been really mean to me that year. So I was like super brokenhearted because he started dating one of this other girl who was like my arch nemesis in town. And like, this is like grade school. Like they weren't really dating. They were like, grade schoolers, their boyfriend and girlfriend. So my dad scared him. And he he skipped like fucking 10 steps at a time, almost running down the stairs to get away from our house. It was the best thing I've ever seen. And my dad was crying. He was laughing so hard.
Yeah, and I just remembered that I don't know why I didn't pin it, because it's so cute. The little toilet paper tube. You cut the eye shapes out of and then stick a glow stick in there and hide them in your bushes.
So I have a tip for that, because we actually did that the year before last, or yeah.
Do you have to close
a year
the ends?
ago? No, what you have to do is, because we did that for my brother's birthday party, the alien themed one. We did green glow sticks and made alien eyes. They weren't that bright, and I was super disappointed. But because we made aluminum foil hats for the party, we had this thing of foil sitting around. So when you line the inside of it with foil, it reflects it back out.
Yes.
And it makes it a little more brighter. And then you tape it closed on the ends so that it doesn't escape out the sides.
That totally makes sense.
But it works a lot better if you do that with the foil.
Yeah.
Because I think that the
yeah, because cardboard is not that reflective.
No, and I think that the thing that people post about it every year, you see it on Facebook or whatever, people are posting this. Y'all got to remember that Photoshop is a thing.
So they just saturate it.
They Photoshop those glowy eyes into that.
Yeah.
So.
Or they turn up the brightness or something.
Yeah, it's not that bright.
Yeah.
But it does help if you put the foil in there, especially.
Well, and glow sticks.
And make sure it's the shinier side of the flow.
In brightness.
Foil. Yeah, they do.
You can get some crappy ones, or you can get better. Yeah.
Well, and here's another challenge that we came up with, was that finding glow sticks that fit in a toilet paper tube. Because they're all too long. However, we found some at the dollar store that they were supposed to go on a necklace. So they were little tiny short ones.
Oh, okay.
So those worked, they were short and fat, and those worked perfect. And they were actually almost the exact length of a toilet paper tube, just a little bit shorter.
Okay.
So that's another thing, though, is because most glow sticks don't fit in a toilet paper tube. You could probably use a paper towel tube. And do a couple sets of eyes. And then throw a regular glow stick in there with it. So, but definitely the foil is something that you want to incorporate into that.
Yeah. Good tip.
Dude, I have friends who use, like with their little kids, they use glow sticks in their jack-o'-lanterns instead of candles. Which, I mean, come on. Just use the fucking candle is what I say.
Safety first.
The glow sticks that they actually make that are intended for, like,
camping
and for safety and whatever are really fucking bright.
Yeah.
Like, they're super bright.
Yeah. Those are fun. They're cool.
They
I
are
like those. I threw some I have a plastic cauldron, and I got some dry ice. I wish it lasted longer. So I did some dry ice in there and glow sticks.
That's pretty cool.
It looked so cool while it was going.
We did that for my brother's alien-themed birthday party. My mom has a big, it's like a giant-ass bird bath fountain in her front yard, a big cement one, and she threw dry ice in there, and then we threw a bunch of glow sticks inside of it that we broke open. It was really fucking neat. But you're right, especially when you throw it in the water, it doesn't...
Yeah.
The dry ice doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
You need a fog machine for that shit.
Yeah, no. Gotta look in.
Those are pretty cheap, actually, fog machines.
Yeah, fog machines.
But another really cute idea, and this is shit that you could also do with, like, little kids. Like the little plastic pumpkins that you buy for like $1 to take trick-or-treating and get your candy in. People put the little LED tea lights in those and line their walkway or put them up on the porch.
Cute.
Again, I really want to get some purple lights and wrap our tree in the front yard.
Yeah.
Like that is kind of like this. I saw this picture and was like, oh,
pretty.
But also along the lines of projects that you could do with little kids, the tin can lanterns are really cool. You could just get a hammer and nails and have them hammer nails into tin cans, like food cans, and you just put little holes in them. You can probably do them in a shape if you wanted to get fancy, like poke the holes in like the shape of a monster or a cat or whatever, and then you can put regular tea light candles or the LED tea lights in there. Honestly, I think for outdoor stuff, the LEDs are probably your best bet. Mostly because they don't blow out.
Yeah.
But also, I think they're a little bit safer. I mean, we're still not out of the danger zone as far as fire goes here because we've had such a dry year. They just had a thing on the news about how low our rivers are right now and how the drought is still a thing even though it's rained a couple times. So people should be really aware of fire safety and all that shit. So maybe the LEDs are probably a better... Oops, what did I just do?
She opened up something cool.
I did something dumb. keep it in mind. If you guys have any, like, cool ideas, please send them to us, because this is a really good platform for sharing ideas for that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
send them to us before Halloween so everybody can hear about them.
Yeah.
And we'll post them on the blog and we'll talk about them. But we want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your failures, because failures are funny. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
We want to hear your creepy bug stories. Not really. So any ideas or anything like that, send them to twoartsygals@gmail.com and we'll talk about them on the show.
Or call our number, 503-395-7190.
Lonnie's going to actually memorize that, because she always says it and I can't memorize it, because
I might.
you might if I make you do it. Because Lonnie's, the way we record, Lonnie's sitting, I can't see it, the number. It's blocked with my monitor. So it's awesome. But yeah, call us, leave us a message about your scary stories, or send us pictures of some cool fucking Halloween lighting that you've done.
Yeah.
Because, like, really, you can light up, like, anything.
Yes.
And that's the cool thing about LED, even the strands of LED lights, they don't get hot.
Yeah.
So, like, stuff some clothes up and put a mask on it and set it in a chair on your porch and stuff a strand of lights up in that bitch.
Yep.
And then people will be like, scary glowy thing.
Yep.
And you'll be like, yep, that's right, my house is spooky. Because you want your house to be fucking spooky for the Halloweens. So make sure you check the blog, because Lonnie and I are going to have examples of some of the things that we talked about today and some other stuff that we're going to do. So go to twoartsygals.com. Check it out. Follow us on all the social media. I haven't been very good about Twitter lately.
I've been into Twitter. Not on there.
I've been into Twitter more lately. I don't know. We went to Comic-Con last weekend. Like, I'm filming this, or we're recording this way early, but I've just had a couple of busy weeks, so I've been not remembering to tweet things.
Yeah.
And I'll get better about it, though. But we're going to definitely have some stuff. We'll put up progress pictures and stuff of the cool shit we do. So follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on the Facebooks. Make sure you're there, because we post a lot of articles and stuff on Facebook. I've been trying to find lately, especially stuff that's related to each episode each week. You can just get a little bit more information about it. And yeah, next week, I don't know what we're doing in the order of things. I think we're doing the food episode next week.
Oh.
Lonnie and I, when we record this, we're going to make some goodies for each other, and we're going to bring them. And then we're going to talk about it. We don't normally do, like, food. I really debated, I waffled on this because I don't want to be like, try to be all like Martha Stewart. This show's about mixed media arts and crafts. But since it's a Halloween month, and some of that food is pretty fucking artistic, like the witch fingers and all kinds of weird stuff. We're going to talk about that.
Gnarly looking meatloaf every year.
Oh, that's right. You made your mommy meatloaf.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're going to talk about baked goods and goodies, and I'll just go off my diet for that day.
Yeah.
But, so we'll talk about that. And until then, go make some cool shit, yo.
Do it now.